right now on Chronicle.
A brand new facility with one mission.
Our goal is for this to be a warm and inviting place.
Only Chronicle takes you behind the scenes.
And this here brings it all under one roof for them and makes it very convenient.
For an exclusive walkthrough of the brand new VA Medical Center in Kernersville.
Nobody wants to get between me and the service a veteran deserves.
Are we doing enough?
It's not about the level of care, it's about the level of access.
Our lawmakers in Washington tell us what they want to do for our veterans.
We've got to get the VA healthcare centers and the VA hospitals in line.
I'm Cameron Kent, and this is WXII 12 News Chronicle. Over the years, WXII has made a commitment to our veterans through our flights of honor to the World War II Memorial in Washington, to our homecoming celebration for Vietnam vets in Charlotte, our special report on the Korean War, our trip to Normandy, and the many stories we've told of local veterans through our Generation of Heroes series, all to honor the courage and sacrifices of these brave men and women in uniform who protect all the freedoms we enjoy. One of the stories I've shared over the years was that of Jim Swanson from Winston-Salem. Jim passed away this week at the age of 90, and like so many other veterans, his is a story of answering the call to serve his country. June 6, 1944, Jim Swanson was among the thousands of American soldiers storming the beaches at Normandy on D-Day. He landed at Utah Beach, ran through blistering machine gun fire, then for months fought his way hedgerow to hedgerow, pushing the Germans back through the French countryside. And then one day, pinned down behind a tree, his life almost ended.
The chunks of wood was flying out of that tree, and I thought, well, there's no way that I get out of this. And so I looked at the guys who were running, and they got on the cross, and they were motioning for me to come on, and come on, come on. So I thought, well, this is it. And I just reached out there and got that tripod, threw it up on my back, and I went out, and it wasn't another shot fired. So it had to be the grace of God.
Swanson was awarded 3 Purple Hearts and a Bronze Star. And then, last summer, 71 years after storming the beach at Normandy on D-Day, another honor.
Our hero. You're our hero.
Swanson received the French Legion of Honor Medal, the highest decoration in France, awarded to American soldiers who saw combat during the liberation of France in World War II. His son Fred Swanson doing the honors of pinning on the medal for a true American hero. Jim Swanson was one of hundreds of thousands of veterans who call North Carolina home. Lawmakers and Veterans Administration officials say they want to make taking care of them a priority. The VA is opening up 3 new facilities in North Carolina, all in an effort to provide better health care. This week, the new VA Medical Center in Kernersville opened its doors, replacing an older and much smaller clinic in Winston-Salem. And Chronicle takes you inside. The new VA Healthcare Center in Kernersville has 280,000 usable square feet, capable of handling over 30,000 patients a year, and all designed to give veterans easy access to the finest care possible. On our guided tour a few weeks before patients arrived, they were still putting the finishing touches on the facility, getting everything ready to open their doors to veterans from all across the Piedmont Triad. What do you want that first impression to be when they walk through these doors?
Our goal is for this to be a warm and inviting place where veterans can come and get all the care that they need.
And immediately when they walk in, there's somebody here to start taking care of them. Tell me about that.
That's right. So we have designed a voluntary services program which will be manned here at the voluntary services desk, where trained volunteers will direct veterans to the clinics where they're going to get the care that they need.
So when they're walking into a brand new facility, which they don't know anything about, there's somebody right there right away to start them, guiding them through that process.
Right, a warm, friendly face. In addition to that, just to your right, we'll have 5 to 6 kiosks where veterans can go register and go straight to their clinics.
And the moment veterans come in the front door, there's someone to guide them to the right clinic.
There will be a clerk here that can check veterans in. They'll be able to wait here in a very warm and inviting waiting area until they're called back to receive the services that they're here to get that day.
One of the first things you'll notice about the Health Care Center is how easy it is to navigate. Each section is named after a notable part of North Carolina, much easier to remember and locate than a number or a color.
And we just felt like our clinic is in North Carolina, and by naming things after local landmarks, that veterans could relate better, and it would make it more personable.
A lot easier to remember that I'm
Absolutely.
going to Topsail Island, I'm going to Ocracoke Island,
That's right.
than I'm going to Green or Blue.
That's right.
Brilliant. It's 4 times larger than the old clinic in Winston-Salem, and everything here is brand new, state-of-the-art, and capable of handling many more patients to greatly improve wait times.
This is our dialysis center. This is a new service that we're looking at opening either later this summer or first part of the fall. And it's, as you can see, it's a nice, beautifully designed area. It has 17 units that we'll be able to provide for our folks that are on chronic dialysis. We have 16 in the open here, and we actually have an isolation room for the 17th over there. We actually have nurses stationed here in the center. We have lifts for folks that are unable to get up on their own, so we can help them into their chairs while they do dialysis. You know, usually it lasts about a minimum of 4 hours or so for treatment, and anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week.
There are 4 operating rooms for minor procedures.
What we're going to offer here is same-day surgery. There's no overnight stay and no observation units here, but anything that can be done and completed within a working day, and folks can go home and back to their loved ones at night.
So all on an outpatient basis.
That absolutely.
In addition to quality care, one of the guiding principles for the Health Care Center is convenience. The entire facility was designed to serve all of a patient's medical needs in one place. There's a place for prosthetics, a cath lab with diagnostic imaging equipment that can examine the heart and detect any abnormality before it becomes an emergency.
So if through your diagnostic testing you find there's a serious problem, then you can send them to the next level to address that.
That's absolutely, and it depends on where that level is. You know, if it's an emergent situation, we basically have relationships with Wake Forest University, their cardiology department, and if it's something that we can handle that's not emergent and can go to one of our other outlying VA areas, we'll make those arrangements to take care of.
And a place for blood work on every floor.
Every floor has a blood draw. We wanted to make sure that a veteran seen on the 3rd floor didn't have to take their time to come down to the 1st floor and have their blood drawn. They can do that on the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd floor if they need to.
Talk about convenience. You have telehealth, which
We do.
will save somebody, a patient, a trip to the hospital. How does that work?
So veterans who need certain kinds of care can get it from the comforts of their own home. We have professionals who can be here on site and provide the care that veterans need from the comforts of their own home.
So they could take vitals at home and then relay that data into a physician here. They look at it.
They
and
can.
get the feedback that they need.
They
Don't even
can.
have to come in.
We can monitor certain kinds of things from the comforts of their own home and provide the care they need.
I think one thing that a lot of people think, when you think about veterans, you're usually thinking about men. Of course, there's a huge segment
There
of
are.
female veterans out there. So how
That's
do you
right.
address their needs specifically?
We have a dedicated women's health clinic in this facility, in this healthcare center, and we'll have dedicated female providers who will provide that care.
And what kinds of specialties will they offer that women can expect to see when they come here to Women's Health?
They'll have a primary care clinic, so they'll get primary care here, in addition to being able to get all of the other services that our veterans receive.
There's an eye clinic, an optical shop, and a large dental clinic.
And we've talked so much about convenience. Is one of the goals to be able to have those patients line up those appointments one after another so they only have to come here one time and get it all done in the same day?
Absolutely. We want to make sure that our care is comprehensive so that it's convenient for veterans. They come here, they have all their appointments in one day, and they don't have to make unnecessary trips.
So they can do optical in the morning, and then they can do the dentist in the afternoon, and then they can do something else in the evening, and then they can go home and they're done.
That's right. Whatever makes sense and whatever is most convenient for the veteran.
And for veterans dealing with mental health issues like PTSD, the center has rooms for group therapy where veterans can share their stories with other vets who can better understand what they're going through. Chief Nurse Sam Allen says building trust is a key to emotional healing.
And is part of what you do convincing the veteran that it's okay to ask for help, that there are a lot of people who are going through the same things that you're going through, and this is a good, safe place to address that?
I think that's one of our jobs, is to make for sure that they feel safe. I'm a veteran myself, and I know it took me some time after coming back from overseas to trust. And I think that's something that's ongoing, but I think as an organization that we're doing a much better job than what we've ever done in the past.
And you can either take the elevator or a flight of stairs down to the canteen, so you don't have to leave the facility just to get something to eat.
What we offer here for not only veterans but also for families and caregivers who show up at our facility are food options that aren't currently available at Winston-Salem at either of our facilities there. We'll have cold options, salads, sandwiches, wraps, and also in this facility we'll have a retail store. It'll be a little smaller than what we offer in Salisbury, but at least they'll have something where they can come purchase supplies. There'll probably be some clothing and some personal items in addition to snacks.
And I don't think people understand just how important that is, especially for the loved one who is
Right.
waiting on somebody in dialysis or waiting for them to go through an examination. They have a place where they can come and sit and get something done if they need to.
Oh, right. It is very important. It makes people feel important. It makes them feel like they're cared for, and it also helps occupy their time while they're here waiting.
The canteen also offers outdoor dining. And if you just need some fresh air or time to get away, there's a beautiful rooftop terrace that provides some peace and quiet, along with a great view. And all of this is dedicated to one purpose: serving our men and women in uniform who proudly served our country.
Final question, when you're talking about a VA healthcare facility, is there a greater mission to provide more than just healthcare to these patients because these men and women have given so much to our country?
Yeah, I truly believe that the goal of everybody who works for VA wants to give back, wants to serve veterans, wants to make sure that the people who served their country are well taken care of, are provided for, and are living to the fullest extent that they can.
Well, you know, North Carolina has as many veterans as 7 states have total populations.
And I want to see young people see us treat our veterans correctly so they'll aspire to go in the military.
Next on Chronicle, how the lawmakers you sent to Capitol Hill say they are fighting for our veterans.